Yay, it's working. All right. I'm sorry there's a bit of a glare going on here. What's gonna I used to have some blinds up here, but then when they put my house on the market, they took them down because they were kind of oldish. Not that great. So I don't have them anymore. So now we got a glare going on. Am I gonna have to start throwing up a bed sheet on here? I don't know. I might need to adjust my angle here. So, anyways, we'll see. This is what we got today, okay? So, my weekly reading. Oh, first of all, before I get into the weekly reading, I thought I'd share some stuff. So, yesterday I did my first mud run, and that was so fun. I posted pics on my Instagram and my Facebook page. There was seven of us who did it as a group. Oh, from Maryland, Maryland, cool. Oh, welcome. I've never been to Maryland, and I know it's not Maryland, but am I saying it right? Maryland, Maryland. I'm probably not giving your beautiful place where you live justice. So hopefully I said that okay for you. Um, I I should really just not give a shit and and just let go of any stress, right? Yeah, so I did a mud run, and even one of my daughters did it with me too, as well as some friends, and it was so fun. Got the dirtiest I've ever been, and we had a blast. So did climbing and crawling and sliding down, and just we were dirty from head to toe, and it was so fun. So I'm looking forward to doing another one. I have a big ass tattoo here from the event, like not a real one. I have some real ones, but this one is a fake one, but I can't even show you because, anyways, it's underneath my yoga pant. You can kind of see it through. Yeah, you guys can't see a freaking thing. But you can kind of see it through that. Anyways, it says Mud Girl. It was fun. What does that say? I want to read what that says. Humidity. You got some humidity going? Yeah, we got some humidity going. That is for sure. You're not missing much. Okay. No, I'm missing humidity. We have humidity here too. We got that action going on. Um so and then what else? What else? What else? Oh, okay. I had when I was up north, I had filmed my weekend reading on Thursday, and I tried to post it. So I was doing a reading for Thursday, and then I did a reading all in the same video for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I didn't have any Wi-Fi up there. So some of the things I tried to post, it just didn't work. There wasn't enough of a signal on my cell. And so I was thinking of reposting it because the reading I did for Thursday was so fucking awesome. So like the um the card that I pulled for Thursday, I'm still going to try to upload it to my YouTube, even though it's after the fact. But I just thought it was cool. A card I pulled for Thursday was prosperity, and it said you'll be coming into some money. And what was happening that day is we were taking offers for our house because our house went up on the market, and it was up for 6 days, and then we were holding for offers on the 6th day. We weren't taking offers ahead of time, so it was just for the Thursday that we were taking offers. And anyways, we sold our house, and which is kind of scary at the same time because I have no idea where I'm going to move with my kids. But whatever, it's all going to fall into place. I'm going to trust. And but we sold it, and we got $200,000 over asking. So, because the market right now, the housing market in Ontario, Canada, is it's been crazy. It was going up, 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 and then it was like crazy ass thing. Everything was going way over market value. Um, Tons of like bidding wars and stuff like that. And then about 2 months ago, the market started to go down because interest rates started to go up. But I wasn't ready to sell our house beforehand. Um, and so, anyways, it was really like, what are we gonna get for our house? And I wanted to get as much as possible so I'll be able to afford to get my own because my husband and I are splitting and we each need to be able to afford our own place. So I'm like, oh my God, we need as much as possible, please. Um, so, anyways, that was definitely the Thursday reading was so accurate because, yeah, it was definitely abundant. It was a prosperous day. Okay, so let's do the reading for this week. I I feel like I'm supposed to be pulling cards from different decks. So that's what's coming through. I'm gonna start the card from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, and then I'm gonna go for the Archangel deck. And I might be pulling some from the my Healing with the Angels card. So we'll see what happens. But I know I'm meant to start from pulling from here. So this is a collective reading. So this reading is going to be for everyone who watches this video. Take whatever resonates. If something doesn't resonate, just like throw it away and ignore it. Wow, bidding wars. Yeah, do you guys ever get bidding wars for houses in Maryland? Yeah, and this time for our purpose, we had two different offers come in. And so even if there's two offers and if someone really wants it, then they'll offer more than the asking price, right? So that's why, oh my goodness, I feel like so blessed that happened. It's been a really stressful time. It really has. So I don't recommend a separation or divorce for anyone, but I know in the end it's going to be for everyone's highest and greatest good. It's super tough emotionally. Even just getting the house ready to sell emotionally, mentally, physically, like it was crazy. But I had the best real estate agent ever. She helped me paint. She helped me bring stuff to the dump. So what do we need for this week? She helped me to purge, which I guess is bringing stuff to the dump too. She helped me to putty, and anyways, she's a fucking superstar. I wouldn't have been able to do this without her just because it's it was challenging. So anyway, she got me through it. So the first card for the weekly reading from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck is Mary Magdalene, Unconditional Love. Now, when I think about dogs, I think about unconditional love. Well, Mary Magdalene is also representation of unconditional love. But if you can understand the love from, let's say, a dog, like you could step on its paw by accident, hopefully by accident. You can step on its paw and then it'd be like, oh my God, I fucking love you. Let me lick you to death. Oh my God. That's fucking unconditional love, right? So that is the love that Mary Magdalene has to offer. And the message on the card says, love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So I'm just going to show you that card again, just so you can see that beautiful face. I don't know what she's holding there. It looks like a container. To me, what it looks like at this moment is like a container that you would put cream in, like face cream. Animals don't deserve us. Oh, Frecious. Yeah. But I'm so grateful for animals so much. We are so savage. Yeah, in some cases we are. In some cases, for sure. And in other cases, I think everyone can have ups and downs, just in relation to you saying so savage. But yeah, we can have these ups and downs. And sometimes we're like, I don't have time for this dog, let's say, kissing my face right now, And other times it's like, so thank you. Thank you so much. And it's like they are here for us, like I feel like my dogs are my therapy. And I'm so grateful for them. So I don't think we're always savage, right? I think we can all be in that place of appreciation, and it's just about trying to get to that place of appreciation more. So back on this container. So I feel like it's a container. To me, it's like an empty container of like face lotion. And so when that's empty, and if let's say you like when I think of face cream, I think that can be freaking expensive. And let's say you don't necessarily, you're getting down to the end and maybe you don't necessarily have the money to buy your favorite face cream. That can be scary. It could be scary. It could be disappointing. Maybe not scary because it's face cream, right? But who knows? Maybe, right? And so what does that say? Is this a tarot card thing? Yeah, I don't normally use tarot cards, but I use oracle cards. So the first card that I pulled is from my Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. There'll be more cards coming. This is a collective reading for everybody. And then if you want questions as to how this card might relate specifically to you or any of the other cards that come up, you can let me know. And I can potentially pull some additional cards to get more meetings specifically for you and what's going on in your life right now. So the message that's coming through right now based on this card and looking at the, let's say, face cream container that is empty, it's like trust that everything, oh, thanks for the award. Trust that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to work out fine. Everything is flowing as it should. Don't focus on what you don't have or what you might not have in the future. Focus on the beauty of what you want to create. Focus on how the universe does have your back and that things in the end do work out, even though we could potentially get worked up in our heads and be so worried about things. Like, here's an example. This is a silly example, but so I was for the last 10 or for 10 days, I was staying up at my mom's cottage while we had to be out of our house. Each of my kids were at a different spot. I have 3 kids, right? And they were staying with friends or family, other family members. And so while I was at the cottage, I was using it as an opportunity to heal, to decompress. It was great. And I did paddleboarding every day with the dogs and I did some trail walks. A lot of the time I was just sitting staring at the lake, just like, I needed this. And I'm such a water baby. I love the water. I normally don't go up to my mom's cottage in June because it tends to be super buggy. And we have it's even though it's a small lake, it's a pretty deep lake and it's usually cold until August. Then the water's finally super nice, unless it's been a really hot July. So I was up there end of June thinking that the water was going to be freezing. And then finally on, I think it was my third last day there, third or fourth last day. And I'm like, I better go to the water. I should just do it. And I was looking at the water thinking, oh, it's going to be cold. And this is going to be uncomfortable. And the end of our dock was, we needed to take it out because we need to replace it. It was just so old. And so now I can't like just dive in and get it over with. You have to go over the edge and try to find some rocks and get precarious in the water and going pretty slow. And so I was like, oh, this is going to be uncomfortable. And then I finally did it after being nervous. I even took a video of it. It didn't post properly, so I'm going to try to post again. I didn't have enough Wi-Fi to do it. And I was like, oh, I was nervous. Finally, I went in and it was fucking amazing. Like, it was so warm. Like, this is ridiculous. I could have gone in days ago and fully enjoyed this super warm lake. And meanwhile, I was in my head worrying about it. And thinking about how uncomfortable it was going to be. What a waste of fucking energy, right? And as soon as I came out, I'm like, fucking good lesson. Like, I needed this reminder, obviously. What a waste of fucking energy of the worrying of what if, how it might be. Focus on what you want. Focus on how the situation is going to work out the best in this way for some reason and trust in it. Like we just sold our house and we'll have to get out of the house in September. We still have a fair amount of time, but I don't know where I'm going next. Right? I have no idea. I still need to find a place for me and my kids, right? So I could be in a place of fear. I was before. I needed to work through that. And now I'm just going to keep focusing on it's going to be okay. I'm going to love this situation. I'm going to love the person as best I can. There's another example is coming in that I want to share with you. Um, I've been meeting like different people online, in person, just new people, interesting people coming into my life. And this one particular person was behaving in a way that I'm like, yeah, that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good. And that doesn't really feel good. And I was needing to speak my truth. And so I was speaking my truth about what was working and what's not working. And then also realizing that this is who they are, right? It's just who they are. And I can take it or leave it. And I can take them or enjoy them in a space that works for me or not, right? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And there's no sense in putting any energy that's like, oh, they suck. They're not very nice. No, it's just the way they are. This is just who they are. And so, just like we need to own who we are as best we can, I'm going to see what that says. As best we can, we need to embrace other people and who they are. What the heck is going on, guys? Okay, so that is the message from Mary Magdalene. Oh, thank you so much. So it was a silver award. Thanks, Weary. I appreciate it. And Throwy, Cougar, thanks. Thanks. I'll take that as a compliment. Sure. That's awesome. Okay, so there's more cards to be pulled here. You saw Disco. How are you? Hey, Chewy, you want to come up here? So there's Chewy. There's the big boy. He smells like he needs a bath. I think from going in the lake. And yeah, you're just a bit of a stinky dog right now. So you can get down. Yeah. There you go, Disco. There's more of the Chewster. It's a compliment. Okay, thanks, Throwy. I do. I take that as a compliment. That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to move on to the Archangel deck. And we'll see what messages we want to come through with this deck. Oops. Okay. Oh, here we go. So what do we need this week? What messages do the archangels want to share with us for this week? I'd like to know what the energy is, the overall energy is going to be like, and how we can best work with the energy, and maybe some lessons that might come through. Lessons, ahas, insights. They don't need to be challenging, right? I'm feeling the energy is feeling positive. So I'm just tuning into it right now. It's feeling light. It's not feeling as heavy as it has over the past little while. Do the card pulling apply to who? Oh, this is first time using this. Okay, cool. Disco says best boy. Oh, he is the best boy. Okay, yeah, they apply to everybody. These cards apply to everybody. Okay. And then if you're looking for any additional insight based on what you're going through, I could potentially pull some additional cards specific to what you're going through. I also do one-on-one sessions. Is that something you're interested in? So what do we need for this week? One-on-one channeled readings and healing sessions, and even one-on-one yoga sessions. And I also have group yoga that you can join in as well, online, or hey, if you're local, in person. I have my little in-home studio now where I can fit some people in here. So far one card want to come out. Oh no, the rest of the cards want to come from Healing with the Angels. So I have one to share. We'll see what it says. And then I'm going to go with the Healing with the Angels cards. Well, this is a nice card. Whoops. Gifts from God. Gifts from God. Again, I'm sorry about any type of glare that's happening there. Angel Sandalphon. We angels bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. Ooh, I love that. You know what is there's a couple of things that are standing out for me that haven't necessarily stood out for me before in the past. Okay. So I'm noticing that the wings are a beautiful pink and the cape is a deep, deep pink. And pink represents self love, which is great. And the fact that it's like a deep pink, a hot pink, to me, it's also, there's some passion, there's some groundedness in with this self love. So I feel like we are more grounded down to who we are, to the our own personal creators that we are now, and it is the beautiful timing for us to celebrate and to be open and receiving gifts. Like, congratulations, the universe wants to congratulate us and wants to give us some celebratory gifts, I'll call it. I'm also noticing, so the chalice that we are being presented with is gold, and that the outfit that Sandalphon is wearing is also gold. So gold is very much an abundance color, but it's also associated with yellow, which is a solar plexus. And this is the center of our confidence, our courage, our willpower, our strength, our warrior self, are like, fuck, this is me. And I can fucking do whatever I set my sights on. I got this. This makes me think of doing Mud Girl yesterday, right? Like needing to crawl through the mud and climb over shit and run through shit and slide down into big puddles of mud. And yeah, it was like that is definitely warrior energy. Like, I got this type of energy, and that's the energy that's coming through, and that's what I feel like the celebratory gift is coming from. It's coming from us standing in our power. This is me, this is us, this is who we are, and take us or leave us, right? Like, if you don't appreciate who I am, that's fine. Now, I know we can have some relationships with some people where you love certain things about them, other stuff, you're like, yeah, don't totally love that. Because we're all different, right? We're all different. We can't always relate to everything other people are, like in all their representation. Um, Yet you can still embrace the wholeness in who they are. And then it's up to you whether it can be a long term, significant relationship if overall it's a good enough match. And that's all about our own personal growth and development, right? And what is a make or break type of things. Like, we need to be setting those boundaries and those guidelines on what's important to us, because there kind of can be some people in our life that, yeah, overall they're fucking amazing, they're great, but there might be some things in who they are and how they behave and how they treat us that I'm like, well, yeah, I need much more than that. I need more than what you can give, even though you're awesome. So that needed to come out as well. So it'll be interesting to see what gifts end up coming through for you. And if you want to send me a DM, if when your gifts come through this week, and gifts can happen in different ways. It's not necessarily a physical gift. It can be a physical gift. It can be a financial gift. It can be you get a job offer. It can be you get accepted into a certain school. It can be that someone messages you out of the blue and it's a beautiful conversation. It's a reconnection or the start of a beautiful connection. Those can all be beautiful gifts. Maybe you get an interview. I keep hearing job offer. I keep hearing job offer. So you can see if that happens to relate to you, because that wanted to come out. Okay, so more cards for this week want to come out from the Healing with the Angels deck. This is interesting because sometimes I use multiple decks, but usually with let's say the weekly reading, it's just a handful of cards from one deck. So this is just an interesting process today. We're just trusting, going with the flow, right? Okay, I'll just leave that there for now. Oh, there, they can go there. I'm just getting myself a little more organized here. There, put that there. Oh, isn't that nice? I cut the deck and I got new love. So it could be something new coming into your life. And the other side of that deck cut is retreat, taking time on your own to tune in, to receive some beautiful messages. So as I'm shuffling this to see what other messages want to come through for this week for us to assist us with the energy, um, they're just giving me a memory of what had happened last night when I was getting ready for bed. It was at night. I was in my bathroom, and I unfocused my eyes momentarily. I didn't do it on purpose at first, but you know how you can unfocus your eyes and make things fuzzy? Well, then I saw two orbs in the bathroom, and they were bright pink. They were beautiful pink, and they were down around knee level. I was on the toilet, so it was it was perfect. I could see them at knee level. Is it too much information? That might be too much information. Whatever. Sorry if I offended you. I kind of just say it like it is. So it was beautiful because they were part of my soul team. We all have angels and guides, and they just wanted to say, "Hey, we're here. Just want to give you a reminder. We're always here. We're always here to help. Ask for our support, and we got your back." So just know that you can practice defocusing, unfocusing your eyes, and being able to see that. When my kids were little, my two girls, I think one was 6 and one was 4, and they taught me how to see orbs. Well, they said how to see your angels, and it was really sweet. So yeah, thanks to them. Now they're like, I don't believe in that stuff, Mom, but like, okay, whatever. Maybe one day you will again. So, what do we need for today? Not for today, for this week. What do we need for this week, including today? But what do we need for this week? Okay. There's a few cards that came out. It's interesting because the retreat card came out. I was shuffling those for a while. So the retreat card did that message did definitely want to come out for you, to take that time, to have that quiet time, to meditate, to slow down. If you do yoga, maybe you can do a little extra long shavasana to tune in, and or do a meditation or do a guided meditation. Can you do a card reading for me? Sure, wine. So right now, this is for everybody. So this is part of your reading, and then we can delve deeper. Um, the next card that came up is answered prayer. So you have been asking for something in your life. For some of you, it might be career. Others, it might be financial. It might be health. It might be a soulmate relationship. But whatever you have been asking for, it will be coming. So look for the signs. You will be getting some messages if you take the time to retreat. There's also, this card came up, spiritual growth, and it came up upside down. So there's something about you not necessarily believing in your own intuition and the power of you as a creator. So maybe not believing that you are creating what's in your life, and maybe haven't necessarily been trusting that what you've been asking for, you have the ability to receive in a way, in a form, and in the beautiful divine timing that is for your highest and greatest alignment. So trust that that is coming in. Look for the signs, gain some messages this week. So take that time to retreat, because I feel like you'll be getting some information that is now important to have to help you to move forward. But I want to show that answered prayers again, card trust. And this other card was still upside down, divine timing. Yeah, so I already said that it's beautiful divine timing, and maybe you've been asking this for a while, and you were like working so hard or trusting. You're like, why isn't anything moving? Why isn't anything? It's because maybe now is the timing for everything to actually come through for you. Okay, wine. And do you like red or white? I myself am a red. I like red wine. Um, okay, wine friend. Any particular area of your life you want to delve into a little bit deeper? And if anyone else would like me to pull a card for them, you can let me know, and I can do that for you. Red for sure. Yes. Okay. Do you prefer Cabernet Sauvignon? Do you like Merlot? Do you like Shiraz? Do you like a Malbec? What kind of? I don't know. I just feel like asking. I do really like red. Lately, I've been drinking a lot of Cabernet Sauvignon, but apparently, there's also a lot of tannins in it that can cause headaches and stuff like that. But I don't normally get headaches. So, but yeah, I really like that. I am definitely a fan. Oh, Pinot Noirs above all else. Okay, you know what? I have not had a Pinot in a while. Maybe the next maybe the next red wine I get is I try a Pinot. Any particular area of the world that you like? But answer what area of your life you want to focus in for your reading first, and then I would like to know what particular area of the world you like to get your Pinot. There are some actually good Ontario Pinots. Um, but yeah, what do you do? Do you go California? Do you go Australia? Do you go Spain? Where do you get your wine from? Not necessarily get it right from there, but liquor store, let's say. But romance is always fun area to focus on. All right, let's do this. Let's do this romance. Ooh, I'm going to bring out a new deck. Let's do this. Let me just uncross my legs. Oh, South Africa. Nice. If there's a particular winery you recommend for South Africa, let me know. I think I've only had a couple of wines from South Africa before, so I don't actually really know them. I'm not a huge wine connoisseur. So it's not that I know a ton of wineries or anything like that, but I like wine. Okay, where am I going to go? Romance. We're going to go Oracle of Unicorns. Disco. I see a. Did you see a snout? Which one? Who popped in? Was it a black snout or a brown big snout? Okay. So what does wine friend need for romance? What information, what messages want to come through for wine friend about romance? What do they need to know? Okay. The card that wanted to come out for you is imagination. The big brown one. Okay. Imagination. So, in regards to romance, what wants to come through? Okay, so I heard ask for your heart's content. Dream big. No more small thinking. No more settling. Asking for what you truly deserve, which is absolute awesomeness. Ask, you want to be treated in the way that you are deserving. And of course, you are deserving to being loved to the fullest capacity of not necessarily a human's heart, but the fullest capacity of a soul's heart connected in with source. Because being connected into source means ultimate unconditional love, such as the representation of Mary Magdalene that we had coming up earlier. So when I said not necessarily of a human's heart, because when you think of being in a body on this planet, We each have this different patterning from whoever raised us, who we were around, and we've also have had past lives. We could have had heart trauma, like broken heart trauma, and then also we can take on patterning through our DNA from our ancestral lineage, and so that can create limitations in love. And so the love that is available to you is there's no limitation. um, so you can ask for the world, right? You can ask for the world when it comes to love or whatever in your life. But here's the thing, you need to love yourself to your fullest capacity in order to actually bring in that kind of love. So if you set the intention to love yourself for all of who you are, as well as set the intention to bring in a love that will accept you to the fullest capacity of angelic love, of unconditional love. And so you can bring someone in who is still on their journey to fully love themselves, and it will match up where you are in your journey of fully loving yourselves. So, the people, the relationships you are bringing into your life or have been bringing into your life have been a representation of where you are at on the inside, because you are a creator. You truly are a creator. So, the people you're bringing into your life can be considered a mirror to where you are at. And so, if you are unsatisfied with, let's say, love relationships that have been coming into your life, it's time for you to look within and look within deep and heal some patterns, because maybe there's some patterns of unworthiness. Maybe there's patterns of accepting being treated uh, less than, being treated not being, let's say, worthy. And and I'm going to bring in a personal example. Okay, I'm going to read what that says. I have had some people come into my life, let's say over the past maybe 6 months, and I have noticed how people were treating me, let's say, in a way that was, maybe it's been disrespectful. Maybe it's not honoring my time. Maybe uh, maybe people who weren't necessarily acting from a place of integrity. And it was interesting because I would notice this and I would like, yeah, oh, that doesn't feel good. Yeah, I don't need that in my life anymore. Next. And so these relationships have been coming in and out quick. New lesson. Yeah, don't need that in my life anymore. Don't need that in my life anymore. So it's been a really great way of seeing contrast now and it being super obvious. Just call him Mr. Obvious, Yeah, that is so not for me. And almost some situations that are laughable. Like, are you kidding me? You would treat someone that way? But then it gave me an opportunity to look in the past and how I was accepting people like that within my life. And the earthworm is one of the cards that had been coming up a lot, because earthworm is a card of working over old ground. And so it's been like a 360, like a full circle of um, seeing what was there in the past and what I'm ready for now in the present. And it's not that, and it's not that, and it's not that. So this is what I want. And then seeing other people come into my life. And again, still lessons, still like, yeah, but I don't like that. But that part was good. But right? Not settling, noticing these things, and you making the choices, set your boundaries, make those shifts happen. Shift can happen. Just like shit can happen. You can have the shit or you can shift. and then move into more comfortable, calm waters. So they're showing me the image of a lake that's like glass, or a lake that is choppy and you have to really work through it. And they're showing me on the paddleboard. So on a paddleboard, when you have a lot of waves, it can be tough. Or I have my dogs on the board with me always, so they're not barking and whining back at the dock. So if one of them shifts over at the back, I'd be like, whoa, right? So they're showing me the contrast between that and the calm waters and going for what you truly want. So does that make sense for you? Wine friend, let me know. Northern, hey, how are ya? Yogini, hope things are going well, my friend. Hey, Northern, honey, it's good to connect with you. Yeah, things are good. Things are good. Sold my house. Whoop, whoop. That was a big hurdle to overcome for me. And yeah, I did it. Now I'm on the next phase, right? Now it's going to be about finishing the separation agreement, and I'm going to get back to reading those other messages. Finishing the separation agreement, finding a place to stay, and but things are flowing. Things are flowing. Okay, so before that, okay, so Wine Friends is really positive message. Then I will do everything I can to implement that. Nice. And then Wine Friends, that absolutely does. Thank you so much for taking the time to relate. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm glad you're in gratitude. I can feel the love and gratitude. It's so great. So thank you for sharing that. That's so awesome. Does anyone else want me to pull a card for them? And so I can share some messages before I wrap this up. Anyone, I'll give you guys a minute. We also have someone from YouTube on here, which is great. Oh, sorry, my battery's running low on my phone. If this poops out on my phone, I'm so sorry. I don't have it connected. I have this, but no extension cord in the basement ready. I have no idea where it is. It might be in the garage somewhere, but just got back from my house being staged and all that. I'm still trying to find shit. I don't know where some of my stuff has been put. So we will find that. Is that a tat? Is that tat a signature? Oh, hey, moist jeans. Oh, moist jelly beans. That sounds sticky, warm, yet kind of delicious. Um, this one, it says joy. So I'm sorry you guys are seeing my hand over there, but it says joy. And it took me a while to find the font that I liked. And when I found that, I just saved the pic of it and yeah, got it. Oh, is this what you were asking for? So this one, Emily Earl, hey, love the chat. Thanks, Emily. This one is my zodiac sign and constellation. So that's what that one is. Yeah, yeah, it's probably that one that you're referring to. How you doing, Emily? Okay, so before I wrap this up, does anyone else want me to pull a card for you to assist with whatever you're going through? And if you do, let me know what area of life you'd like me to zone in for you. Miss you, hope you're well. Oh, hey, Emily. Yeah, I'm doing good. I was away. I was up north for 10 days decompressing, and it was perfect. Okay, so Caleb will take a card. That's awesome. And then moist jelly beans. Oh, joyful makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, this is my mission. My mission is to spread joy. So, yeah, that was my first tattoo. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card for Caleb. And in the meantime, if anyone else wants me to pull a card for them before I wrap this up, you can let me know and let me know what area of your life you want me to focus on. So does Caleb have an area that he wants me to focus in on? And I'm going to take it from the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck. Ooh, these cards are feeling stiff. So Caleb, let me know, or Emily, let me know if Caleb wants me to focus on a certain area. Oh, so I am going to have to, after next week, I'm going to have to change the timing of my weekly reading. So, oh, Victorious vibe. Cool. Me, please. Focus on love. All right. Sounds good. I will do that. So we'll start with Caleb, and then I'm going to go to Victorious vibe. What a great username. He doesn't have a preference. Whatever pops up, maybe. Sure. Okay. Yeah, so my weekly reading, I'm gonna have to move to Sundays. Not next week, but the next week after, because I'm gonna be working full time at a bank. Well, not full time, almost full time. 30 hours a week I'm getting. All right. All right. Good. Victorious. Awesome. Okay. So, what does Caleb need for today, for this week? What does Caleb need? What does Caleb need? Okay. There's something. There's a one card came out there. Is that it? That came out strong. Go deeper. It's a squirrel. Squirrel. Okay. So, Caleb, two cards wanted to come out for you. Sundays work for me. Okay, good, Emily. That's awesome. Okay, so turquoise is the first one, Caleb. Prioritize your life. Everyone else who's watching, see if you can relate to this because I don't, there's always synchronicity, right? You're here for a reason. So you might need part of this message or the full message yourself. So see if it resonates for you. So turquoise is the message, prioritize your health. So what came to mind is have you gone off the rails a bit, in maybe a certain area? Have you gone like too much in one way? I don't need to go into specifics, but maybe having too much fun one way, whether it's, ooh, are they showing me fats? Too much fats or grease or something like that. It reminds me of a whole whack of bacon I had this morning. No one else really wanted it because I overcooked it in the oven and it was really well done. Like just really crispy. He got that card from you last time. Oh no. Okay. Well, no, that's okay. That's okay. But it also could be a little bit of a different association at this time, right? So if he just takes the immediate glance of what he's been doing, think about food wise or whatever he's consuming, ingesting. So what is he taking in that maybe he could create a little bit more balance? It's not necessarily I got to cut that cold turkey, right? He's struggling with food at the moment. Okay. So yeah, getting in as many vegetables as he can would be really good. Like trying to do salads. I'm seeing like alfalfa sprouts for some reason. That would be a good choice, as well as spinach. And even if spinach was just cold, raw, fresh, Um, they're showing me some cut up tomatoes, nice and ripe, but not too ripe. I feel like tomatoes, you have to eat them a certain way. Okay. And that might sound weird, but right now, at this time, getting them fresh where there's a little bit of crispness to them, it's not when you cut into it, there's that slicing into sound. It's not that it goes to mush as you cut through it. So it needs to have that crisp um, vitality to it, like it's like bursting with flavor type. So really get some firm tomatoes. Well, the tomatoes are spot on. He's so picky with them. Okay, that's exactly how he likes them. Okay, cool. So, and it's important because that's the way he needs to eat them. And just like cucumbers need to have that crunch. Oh, they're showing me the baby cucumbers. Have you ever bought the baby ones that are like this big? At our grocery store, you can buy like a package and you get a whole bunch of baby ones. Like I feel like those ones would be perfect and they have a really good crunch to them. And I feel like that would be really because he'll eat them more if it has those characteristics. This is crazy right now. Okay, cool. Okay. So I'm also seeing beans. I'm hearing lentils. Um, beans, lentils. I'm also hearing this is interesting sausage. Like fresh sausage from like a butcher, and but mild, nothing too spicy. I feel like too much heat in regards to spice right now is just going to disrupt the digestive system. So nothing too spicy, something mild. Like they're even showing me like pepperettes, but they're like, yeah, not too much spice. So the more natural butcher, you're so connected to him right now. Okay, cool. He says he was thinking about tomatoes and baby cucumbers today. Okay, good. Then that's his intuition. Yeah, right. That's his intuition. He needs to listen to that intuition. And even shopping more often and buying it fresh right now, getting stuff from farmers markets, from, local farms, butchers, things like that. Fresh would be so perfect right now, but definitely light on the belly. I'm also getting like a bone broth, brothy stuff would be good. Like even just heating up bone broth and drinking it in a mug, like that, and that will also have some protein in it, and that will be nice and cleansing for the gut. So I'm definitely gut. Keep some coming up gut. So like probiotics would be good right now too, if you could do that and do it in a form that's going to be cost effective, right? Like there's different forms that you can do it. Even maybe making your own kombucha if you're drawn to it. Okay, it's so finicky. Like you'd have to be okay with throwing out a batch, or getting some, but it could be good. Seriously, when it comes to food, uh he lives on two opposites of the spectrum. Best top ingredients or McDonald's. Yeah. Oh man, a Big Mac can be really tasty. Yeah, well, and you know what? If you allow yourself to live a little and like, fuck, I'm gonna have McDonald's, but then get right back on track, right? Get right back on track and then have those salads and the prep, the food prep beforehand, deciding on what you're gonna eat. If you can do a meal plan for the week and then know that you're gonna go get those ingredients, like schedule it in. And it might be time consuming at first to do that, but if you like designate it in your calendar with alarms to, I'm going to prep to say what I'm going to make this week and when I'm going to go, right? We're going to take your advice and get back into good food. Awesome. Awesome. Yay. Now another card had come up for you, and it's epidote. Go deeper. So I feel like the food issues, like you've been, as you're getting drawn to, let's say, in the McDonald's again and again and again, right? Into the, just like the fast food, greasy, processed type of stuff. When that stuff is coming up, go deeper internally. Because why is that shit coming up? Right? Because doing a little bit and making it a party and yeah, let's fucking get McDonald's tonight, let's say, that's fine, right? That can be a celebratory, have fun type of thing. But when you're drawn to it again and again, like so many days in a row and stuff, what shit has been coming up? What are those thought patterns that have been coming up? Are there some things that you've been ignoring, that you've been pushing down, that you haven't been dealing with? Because if there's been some emotions, some heavy emotions that have been coming up, you got to journal on that shit, right? Like talk to it, right to the fear, right to the guilt, right to the not good enough and not being worthy, because that's when you want to feed your body with shit ongoing, is when you're treating your body like shit because your body is feeling like a piece of shit, right? I'm sorry if that comes off harsh, but I feel like that it's just an indication you need to go deeper. And and it's wonderful when that comes up, because it's an obvious thing that you can go, okay, so I'm off balance. You don't have to be hard on yourself because of it. Just like, okay, my body's talking to me. It's being drawn to this stuff because I'm not feeling good about myself right now. So it gives you an opportunity to deal with it. It's in your face. So it's a good thing. So don't chastise yourself for going for that. It's just like sometimes it takes us a bit of time to notice it, to recognize it. So when you do it, it's good. Okay, so okay, that's right. I should do that. I need to find out why I'm using junk food to suppress emotions. Thank you, Caleb. Okay, awesome. Not harsh, very true. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so those are the two cards that want to come through. Oh, I'm sending you two so much love, so much love. I do feel like I'm we have a very strong connection. So I think that's amazing that those messages were coming through super strong. So that's really good. Okay, what does this say? Ultra Vetism. Where can I find fish without mercury? Oh, what a great question. Um, I don't know. Like I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a food expert in any way. I try to eat healthy, but I've never specifically tried to find that. Um, I would say, yeah, because salmon could sometimes have mercury. What does Emily say? Thank you so much. We're sending it right back to you. Caleb hopes his situation will change in a few months, but why in a few months change? And what I guess because I don't know what the situation is. You might not be referring to food. Um, as maybe you know that there has to be that longer time frame because things can change super quick, but you might be referring to something else. Oh, is patiently waiting to get back online. Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, of course things will change. Things will change. Okay, so where can I find fish without mercury? Let's see what comes to mind. So if you go to some health food stores or if there's health or if you have a health food section within your big grocery store, then there look in the can section to see if you can find some canned fish that might specifically say without mercury. That just came to mind, so you can check that out. If you also get farm let's say farm fresh salmon, you will be able to find some without mercury. And maybe even check some local butcher shops and then ask them specifically to see if they can for sure say that their fish does not have mercury. But good questions. And maybe a local dietitian or something in your area, because I'm definitely not one, but hopefully that helps. So there was someone else that had asked, Victorious Vibe, are you still there? So uh, did it freeze? So Victorious Vibe, I'm hopefully you are there still now. I saw that. I assume that you are. And Victorious Vibe, what area did you say? Oh, focus on love. Me, please focus on love. Okay. Thanks so much, Yogini. You're welcome, Emily. And Caleb. Okay. Um, yeah, so Caleb, you were doing some online. Are you talking about live streaming again? So hopefully that will get all back on board. If that's what you were referring to, or whatever you were back on board with. Okay, so Victorious Vibe, just give me an indication you're still, because I don't know if you lost the stream or not. And then we will pull you some cards about love. And and we can see who else might relate to this. I'm actually going to pull from my Healing with the Angels cards again. That's what I was drawn to do. So this deck. Okay. And then we'll be wrapping this up. So whoever is still online, you can see whether these messages, that are going to come through, whether they're going to relate to you. Because I trust, and I mentioned this before, you're here in this beautiful timing, then maybe you're meant to get a message from this reading that I'm going to do right now for Victorious Vibe. So there might be one or more of the messages that will be there for you as well. Take what resonates, release the rest. And if you're interested in a one-on-one session with me, either online or in person. It can be an energy healing session slash card reading, um, or even one-on-one yoga. And especially if you've, oh, good, you're still there. Good. And even if you've never done yoga before, I can cater it for your own needs. You can also check out my website, thejoyfulyogini.ca, and you can also, sorry, I was just getting some messages that were coming through there. Um, you can also join me on my other social media channels. So if you're on Instagram, my Instagram is the.joyful.yogini. So this is for Victorious Vibe. What does Victorious Vibe need for, oh, okay. What do they need for love? What do they need for love, for romance? Okay. There's a few cards that wanted to come out. All right. Oh yeah, so I said for Instagram, the.joyful.yogini. So just a dot in between each of those words. And then in my bio, my link tree is there with all of my social media. So, but Victoria's Vibe, the first card that came up is power. So you are a powerful creator. And what you put out into the universe is what you're going to be drawing towards you. So it's really important for you to focus on what you want, not focus on what you don't want. Because focusing on what you want will bring you more of what you want. Focusing on what you don't want will bring you more of that too. So even though we've had some experiences in our life, and we might have experiences here and there that we're like, oh, that didn't feel so good. And it gives us a beautiful aha. We're like, yeah, that really confirms I don't want that in my life, in a partner, let's say. That's not a good match for me. So fine, take the learning, but then don't focus on, oh, what if they're like that? What if they're like that? No. Focus on what you want, because you are powerful, and those thoughts are putting your energy forth, and you're drawing that towards you. So your angels and guides wanted to remind you of the power of the creator that you are, because you are manifesting quick. And another card that came up is manifestation. So you are manifesting things quick, and you have been planting seeds. So you can see the beautiful energy, but almost like fairy dust, that you have put out there. And you are putting it out there with all of your thoughts and all of your intentions. So the next card that wanted to come up, I feel like a summary will be coming with all of these cards. The next card that came up for you is children. Now, I want an additional message with this one. Okay, enchantment. Oh, okay, I like this. So when this card comes up, it can come up because children are coming into your life. Make sure you're using contraception if you're not looking for kids. So be careful with that. But it can also come up because you are going to be around children in the immediate, like, let's say within the next 7 days. But because this was the the additional card that had come up to provide some additional information with this card, this is giving me an indication that it's focus on being in that place of that childlike wonder, of that allowing that inner child to play, to dream, to think big. Because enchantment, when I think about enchantment, I think about fairy godmothers, unicorns, rainbows, wish upon a star. I think of believing in Santa um, and the tooth fairy. Like I think of that. Yeah, it's that childlike wonder that anything is possible. So that is the place that you want to be in, to create that amazing love. So whether you're in a relationship right now, or whether you're wanting to bring in that soulmate relationship, being in this type of energy is going to bring in that awesomeness. So if you've been in debate about whether who you're with, and I'm saying it more generally right now because I feel like there's other people on here that can relate, right? So if you're in a place of being already in a relationship and you're wondering, is this the one? Is this person? Should I be with this person? Maybe you've been with them for a while, or maybe you're just dating and you're in debate. Is this right for me? Being in this place will help you to be open, will help you to have more clarity, will help you to kind of step back from the situation to see it from, like, they're showing me like a bird's eye view, or a satellite view looking down. I'm going to read what that says in a second, looking down upon a situation or people, right? And you want to be able to detach so you can get that broader perspective as to whether this is truly working for you or not, whether it's a good match. But then also having that same perspective, if you're not with someone right now and you're wanting to bring in that soulmate relationship, that broader bird's eye view is it okay, hold on. So that bird's eye view, they're bringing me it very slowly. They're slowing things down here. That bird's eye view brings in a perspective of unlimited potentiality, which helps you to continuously strive for better. And every person that you meet has a potential. You look at it a perspective of having a potential of being awesomeness, being, let's say, that soulmate, but not having them be in a box and having constrictions when you don't need to know if this is the right one or not. You have that openness to see things clearly as opposed to having blinders. So they're showing me a horse that's a working horse right now, like maybe it's a police horse or something, and they can have those blinders to keep the horse focused so they're not going to get scared about what's over there or what's over there, right? So it's opening that up and being okay with what presents, to be able to see things from that broad perspective of potentiality. And then as you feel things, you feel experiences, whether like, oh, I like that, or oh, I don't really like that. I need to speak up about that. And if you are in that dating, if you are in the dating world and you're like, well, can I really speak up? Like we're not really a thing at this point, but damn straight you can speak up, because it's just about setting those boundaries of what's right for you. And it doesn't matter if you're with someone for a week, a month, 10 fucking years. You have every right to set your boundaries, and you might as well be clear in what works for you and what doesn't right away, so then they can get clear as to whether it's a good match as well, right? We might as well strive for that, um, going for a cohesive bond, but you can't create that cohesiveness if you don't have that communication. I've definitely been around my friends' kids a lot more recently. Okay, good. So that's good. You have an understanding of what that energy is like, right? That fun, playful energy, that childlike wonder. They're like, it depends how old they are, but the younger they are, the little freaking comedians they are, they're just it can be so free and ridiculous. And then all of a sudden, strike a pose just for any reason possible, there's no reason possible, just like because I want to. Yeah. So that's good. That's good you've been around kids. And because that will help you with your manifestation of of bringing in that ultimate love. And so are you in a relationship right now? Because I'm curious, because we might be able to go a little bit deeper if you want to open up, because I'm not getting that message. So, but I do think that, let's see what wants to come through here. Awesomeness is available to you. So it's about believing that, embracing that childlike wonder, and using the magical creator abilities that you have and create that. So they're showing me like Harry Potter with the wand and wearing a cape too. I'm seeing a cape and just waving that and um, initiating, let's say, that spell, initiating that spell. But the word spell doesn't feel that great. What would be better is initiating the creation, right? Because it's not fake, it's creating what you want. All right. So there might be a delay in the messages coming through. Um, but I'll see as I'm wrapping this up. I'll see if anything else comes through from Victoria's Vibe. If you're still there, but thank you, everybody. So I will be back on Wednesday for Intuition Wednesdays. Wednesdays are actually really busy days for me, but I still try to squeeze it in, and it's usually around 11 a.m. So it's around 11 a.m. I'm not. Can't remember what I asked. Oh, you're not in a relationship. Okay. So yeah, that feels good. That feels good that you're not in a relationship. Because let's see. Yeah, I guess what I'm hearing is someone is around the corner. Someone's around the corner. And now we don't know if that's literally or figuratively, because they could be just simply coming into your life very shortly, or you are so beautiful to me. Oh, happy smile seeker. Thank you. That's super sweet. Or maybe they are literally around the corner from you, Victorious Vibe. So um, keep your eyes open. But I do feel like someone's coming. Now, I don't know if I don't know who I'm seeing right now, but I'm seeing someone with very broad shoulders. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing very broad shoulders. So this could potentially be the person who is around the corner, but I don't think you're meant to know. What does a gynecologist and a pizza man have in common? Wow, this is going to be a good one, Pop Dior. Both can smell but can't taste. Very true. Very true. Good one, Pop Dior. Thank you so much for the laugh. Okay, Victoria's Vibe still here. Not in a relationship. Okay, cool. Yeah. Awesome. So we need to have like a little bit of a delay going on. But yeah. So someone, either you have broad shoulders or they have broad shoulders that's coming in. But anyways, I'm seeing someone. So that's it. I was saying Wednesday. So we practice your intuition on Wednesdays. So you get to practice using your five senses and trusting in the messages that come through for you. So I do that. I try to do it as close to 11 a.m., which is Toronto time, Eastern Standard Time. So I try to do that as close to 11 as I can. Might be a little bit before, might be a little bit after. But anyways, that's on Wednesdays. And that is on Reddit. And it's also on YouTube. On Fridays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that is Toronto time, I do Feel Good Friday. I didn't do it the past 2 Fridays because I was away with no Wi-Fi. Or I might have done a mini one. I can't remember. Maybe I did a mini one on Thursday, I think it was, or Wednesday. I don't remember. But anyways, it's on YouTube and on Instagram normally. So that is it for the weekly reading. I hope you have a fabulous week. And what does it say, Emily? Hopefully we will see you on Wednesday. All right. Thank you, Yogini. You're awesome. Thank you. And thanks for the fairy energy. Beautiful. Love it. I don't know why my fairy was like this, like with a little style. Anyway, so thank you so much, everybody. From my light to your beautiful, amazing light. Namaste. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye on YouTube first. So goodbye, bye. Goodbye, guys. Ray, so great to see you.